All right, family, another day, another opportunity to spotlight Black excellence in our community, Big Rod.
Yeah.
This one I look forward to because, we've been talking about legally owning our weapons and legally carrying our weapons. And today we are honored to have, you might know him as Rashard, or you might know him as Rich, or you might know him as Big Money, Big Shooter, Big Shot. We got Rich Thor from Big Shot Ammunition. What's happening, man? How you doing, Thor?
I'm doing better than I deserve. No complaints, even if I wanted to. How y'all doing?
Man, we doing good. OG's doing good, man. So you helping folks get them licenses to carry, right?
Yes, sir. Trying to make sure that my people are well situated and well protected within the community. So I try to do my best with giving them the right techniques to the fundamentals of firearms, and also making sure that they are just getting that level of practice in and comfortability, because a lot of people think that firearms are just like quick things, like quick draw, and it's really not. It's more so like golf. So, repetition, muscle memory, things like that. So, just trying to get a lot of misnomers completely destroyed, and then trying to also give more clarity into what the proper techniques and proper fundamentals are.
So it ain't just point and shoot.
Not at all.
Shoot sideways.
That's how you know you're gonna miss.
You don't do the side hand thing,
Right, the side.
like that, and pow, like they do in the movies. You don't do that.
You really have to try to make people unlearn the things that they've seen in the movies, because what they show you in the movies is not true. I'm telling you.
I always thought it was.
No, like that side fist, nah, no.
Wow. So tell me what you shoot, man. What you shooting?
Depends on what day. So today being Tuesday, I fancy a 40 cal, a Smith & Wesson M&P 40 cal, but I also wanted to bring out my Ruger 5.7. I don't know if y'all feel comfortable with having certain firearms on the show, so I do have them around.
We on Facebook, and it's legal. If you want to show it, you got it. This is legal. This is legal.
It is legal. Everything is legal. I got paperwork. Paperwork on top of paperwork. So,
because we want our
Mm.
people. Now, what's that right there?
This is the Smith & Wesson M&P 40.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So you can tell by the type of caliber that it has and everything. But let me drop the magazine real quick. But it's Smith & Wesson is definitely one of my top, I would say, top brands to go with. Those Glock 6, things like that. But I also been looking at the Diamondbacks. But there's definitely a different type of approach that you got to have with a 40.
Okay.
If you can see the thickness of that. But I also have a couple of other ones as well, I knew I was going to talk to my people, so I wanted to bring out some stuff to kind of show them a little bit. So this next firearm I'm gonna show you real quick. This one actually came out this year. Okay. So this is called a Ruger 5.7. 5.7 rounds are rifle rounds, but FN was the only maker to actually make those into a pistol form, until Ruger was able to do so as well. So this is a Ruger 5.7.
Okay, that's a long gun right there.
Hey, I'm gonna show you the cartridges real quick too. Hold on, let me show you what those looking like.
Oh, really? Like a rifle?
Mm-hmm. You remember, so that Gucci Man song went off of Still Remember? He was like, Bluetooth all up in my clip. You think my gun was a crib?
Right.
That's what he was talking about.
Oh, wow. So you're teaching people how to shoot, how to safely handle these weapons, and then they leave your class, they get a certificate so they can get the permit?
Yeah, that is correct.
How long does this whole process take?
So the class with me takes about 8.5 to about 9 hours. I'm not sure if you've heard about the recent situations that we've had to deal with or any disparities, but some CPL instructors aren't doing the right things when it comes to training. So I want to make sure that me being a new black instructor, that I measure 3 times and cut once. So I go through all of the extra parts, like all of the specifics. And that's why a lot of my students have actually been, giving me a lot of good recommendations because I'm so thorough. So I go through at least 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours of education. Giving them specifics, the fundamentals, why, things to be more cognizant about. More so actually conflict avoidance as well. Now, the main thing is that when you do have a firearm or a CPL or anything like that, that is your last course of recourse. That is literally the last stand. But if you can, I try more so to teach conflict avoidance, to not even get yourself put in a predicament in that way. Because my uncle used to say this all the time. You ain't never end up in a situation that you didn't put yourself in.
Right. That's true. That's true. Yeah. So you want to get out. You don't want to get into it. You want to get out of this, the last resort. Now, this process of getting a permit, I have one, but I want you to educate the people on how long it takes for them to approve it.
Okay, so when you initially take the class with me, it's about 8.5 to 9 hours. Then after that, once I give you the certification and you pass you first, I actually have you take a quiz. So it's a 52 question quiz in which you can only get 10 wrong. Otherwise, you fail and you got to retake the class for free. But just want to let you know because you want to make sure. And also you pass the shooting portion. I give you the CPL certification. After that, you go to the county clerk. And then when you go to the county clerk, they will take your fingerprints, and also you have to fill out the application. So you can actually print off the application on the state of Michigan website, just to kind of be a little bit more up to date, or at least prepare before you go in, to make it a faster process. But you go in, you pay your money. It's about $100 unless you have to do fingerprinting, in which that's an extra 15. So about 115, and then they'll give you a receipt. With that, you want to staple that receipt to your CPL certificate, because after 45 days, if they haven't sent you your ID or your certification on that 46th day, that's your CPL.
Okay. All right. So it's a lot easier now to get it than it was in the past.
It is. It is definitely a lot easier. You don't have to go to the county clerk to get a purchaser permit or anything like that. You can literally just go take a class, go up to the county clerk, do all the pay the 115, wait the 45 days, and you usually get it between like 2.5 weeks.
Oh,
2.5.
What if they already got your fingerprints? They had mine for years. They got several copies of my fingerprints.
Yeah, so if they got copies of your fingerprints, you want to see if it's within their database. If they got it within their database, then you should be perfectly fine, because they'll have something on record. If they don't, then they're gonna charge you the extra 15.
That's a different
they got some stuff on record for me.
That's a different department.
Yeah, they got stuff on record for me. So
the booking department got big robbed. So.
Lord.
Hey, we got some pictures up on the screen, man. I think this was from yesterday.
Yeah, so that was from my class this Saturday, actually, and that was so it's crazy because 2 of the 4 individuals in there never actually shot, and if you look at the person that's second to the right, he's the one of those 2 people, and if you look at his target,
wow,
like destroyed the center.
Oh yeah, he was on point, man. Now, how far away was they?
There was about 10 to 15 feet.
And what was they shooting?
They were shooting 9mm.
Wow.
Initially, the lady was shooting 22s, but her 22 kept getting jammed, so I ended up letting her shoot the 9, and she did very well with the 9 as well. She felt the power behind it, though. That's the difference. Like, you feel the power.
Right. When you hear about our young kids on the streets getting caught up with these weapons, well, I call them kids, 18 and over, whoever that could qualify for these permits. When you hear about people getting pulled over, they have an unlicensed gun, don't have a permit. What goes to your mind? Because you've been through this process. You know this thing is very simple. You don't have to be out there, illegit.
A gun got to be licensed.
So when you get a firearm, you get a certain type of permit. So let me show you an example, because when I keep my firearms on me, I always keep a permit of what they give you. Okay, so you'll get something like this pistol sales record. Okay, so you want to keep that on you at any given point in time that you have your pistol with you. That way, that you have your documentation with you of you legally owning that firearm. So whenever I got my firearms with me, in which you can see I got a whole little,
You got a whole Bible up in there.
little Bible. Little Bible.
Right.
I try to make sure that I stay compliant and up to date as possible because I keep all of my permits within me. Because just let's say you end up grabbing, let's say if I with the Ruger 5.7, if I grab the Ruger 380 and then I grab the wrong permit, I would rather measure 3 times, like I said before, and cut once and make sure that I'm actually doing the right things. But as far as having my permit, but as far as the 18 to 21-year-olds, like, and just a message to them. If you do buy a firearm, one, make sure that you keep your magazine in the glove compartment and then keep the firearm in the trunk. So you want to make sure that they're always separated. Never have them together. The reason being is because that's going to put you in jeopardy. And you don't have a CPL. A CPL is really the only time that you can actually have them together in the vehicle. Also, just make sure you have your documentation as well. You don't want to end up getting pulled over and then they say, "Oh, whose firearm is this?" And then you say, "Oh, it's mine." Okay, well, where's your permit? Where's your documentation? Where's your sales pistol license sale, pistol sales record? So that stuff is more of the imperative things that you want to keep on your person. But just try to do your best until you're about that age of 21 to get your CPL. You don't want to just have it around lackadaisical. Another thing that I see a lot of young people do: please stop taking pictures with your firearm. Please stop doing that, especially with your finger on the trigger. So that's one thing that I'll tell. Yes, that is the most. Trust me. You see this now, mind you. This firearm is clear, so I cleared it 3 times just to make sure.
Right.
But this is what you see a lot of people do. They will take a picture like this. That is so dangerous because if you take your picture like that, imagine that if you end up with the single action type of firearm. People don't even know double action and single action, so I'm gonna just give you a quick rundown. Double action takes more pressure on for the trigger, so it's more intentional. Single action, it is extremely light to the touch. So you either have the hammer back, or if you got a single action type of firearm, you don't have to do much. So you having a finger on the trigger, and you take a picture, and let's say if you just sneeze, boom, you shoot something through the next room. If it's some kids over there, that bullet is not getting stopped by that plank wall.
Right.
It's definitely going through, and it's going to hit some people.
Wow.
So to be completely honest, that's actually the reason and the name behind the whole Big Shot ammunition and everything like that, because Big Shot was actually a young man who died from unfortunate firearm situation.
I think we got him I'm putting it on the screen right now. I read that. He's up on the screen right there.
Yes, sir. Yep. My man's right there.
Into you?
So he's not like how the Muskego family is. It's like he ain't blood, but he is family.
Yeah, that's right. That's how he is, man.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Teresa K. Pittman says she want to take your class.
Oh, Mr. Pittman's. The Pittman.
She want one of them big guns, though. She want one of them big guns.
Oh, see, I'm gonna make sure that she got the proper grip. Make sure that she having her hands together properly so she can take the recoil. She gonna be all right with me though. She gonna be all right. But yeah, situations like that.
What's the biggest gun you done shot? Is it 50 cal handgun?
Let's see. 50 cal I've definitely shot. I've shot because I'm actually trying to get a Magnum Research 50 cal. So yeah, I've shot a 50 cal, but there's a couple of other ones that I've shot. I think it was a 454. And I think it was huge. But yeah, those I'll say just off of a handgun, 50 cal, a 50 caliber in a Glock, and also in a Magnum Research.
Okay, Kay says she don't own a gun, so we got it. You let people can come in. Can they use your guns?
Yep. I do give an option for that to be rented as well. So I have both options where if you bring your firearm, then it's a certain price, it's $130. But if you don't have your firearm and you need to rent one, and then also the ammunition as well, that's $160. And the only reason I even do that is because of how exorbitant the prices are for everything right now. So I have to at least be able to make that back when it comes to the ammunition and everything.
Wow. Wow. Well, man, I'm so happy that you did this, man. Everybody need to have a legal firearm, man.
Definitely, definitely. If
Yeah.
you do not have a felony, or if you don't have a disqualifying misdemeanor, please do yourself a great service and get your CPL, because it is better to actually have it than to want it after the fact.
After the fact. Yeah. Miss Tracy Nichols says she need more information. Want to take your class with Kay.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And Kay says no problem, that she's extremely, extremely proud of you. And which the community is, man. That was a big move. Big move. That's what boss do. That's a boss move right there.
Hey man, I'm just trying to be the next resource to my people and everything. That's really the main thing, is like just becoming the next resource. And then I want to also dedicate any business that I start to people that I've lost. So like how I have this is Big Shot Ammunition, named after Robert Big Shot Jones the fourth. Also have my properties that I'm doing, and that's going to be named, well, that's named as the Q9, in which that's named after LaQuentin Miller. I know that people pretty much know who that is, but if you don't, that's a pretty popular person that you may want to look up. But
yeah,
LaQuentin Miller would be the next thing.
I mean, we lost so many folks, so many good people, man.
Man, who you telling?
Senseless. But this is maybe what you're doing can help these young folks understand how these weapons are, how serious they are, and how deadly they are.
I lost my best friend to that. Like, my best friend is Kenneth Jamar Barnes. Like, we used to call him Smurf. He died August 28th, 2009, because one of my homeboys was playing with the Glock, and he didn't realize that it was sensitive to the touch, and he was playing with it, and the gun go off and hit him in the chest.
Wow.
So that when that level of understanding and trauma over that time period, it makes you more cognizant to the fact that a lot of people just don't know the proper way of going about firearms. Exactly. And if they did, they will definitely handle it a lot different.
We got something up on the screen from your page. I don't know what these are. They look like some war weapons right here. The stuff I had when I was in the military, but Rob might know what it is.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. He ain't got no Uzi in there.
Yes, sir. Yes,
oh, you got one with you. Oh,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what is that?
This is an AK-47, a Hell Pup, Polish style AK-47. What I'm actually do with this one specifically, I'm actually getting it titanium nitride, which means that this gun is going to be more so gold, and then the barrel and the handle and the stock is going to be a Russian redwood red. So it's going to be high, like a very pristine, probably what you would consider like a cherry red. Man. So yeah, it's
you're getting flossy, with the thing.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get the next thing is to get my FFL and also open my own gun range and stuff within the city of the Muskegon. So that's next.
It's coming. What's the best way for people to reach you?
So there's 3 ways. One, you can go on bigshotammunition.com. You can always go there, and we have a contact us part. Also do chat. I also have a chat option there. You can also reach me via email at richt@bigshotammunition.com. Also have Big Shot Ammo on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and also Facebook as well. I also have, my name, just Rich Thrower. You can always look me up there. And those are some of my main ways of getting in contact with me. And then also my phone number, 231-343-9983. That'll be ported over by the end of this weekend. I just got my business card, so I just wanted to make sure that I had all my ducks in a row. But yep, that's the best ways that everyone can reach me.
I know your family supporting you big time.
Oh, huge, man! You see my lady right there. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me make this be clear. Happy birthday to my mother, Nina J. Thrower.
Wow.
Yes, she is a fighter. Yes, it is today, 10/20/2020.
Oh wow! Happy birthday, Nina, and we know much blessings for her because she had a battle with the COVID-19, and we were praying for her, and she came up out of that thing.
And my mom has battled some of the most crazy things. My mom had 3 brain aneurysms, 2 of them had ruptured. The one of them was almost about to rupture that week, and we was able to get her into surgery. She survived that. Double pneumonia. She divided and the COVID at the same time. She had double pneumonia and COVID at the same time. Beat both.
Wow.
I'm like,
Yeah.
strong woman.
Strong. And done a great job with her kids. Look at y'all. You know,
Hey, we trying to make my mama proud. We trying to build on the legacy. We trying to build on something that's bigger than our first name. It's more about our last name. You feel me?
Exactly. Sharon Warren said, "Happy birthday, Nina." Rob, you got any questions for Rich before we go, man? Rob,
I want to know: have you ever shot a Barrett 50 cal?
A Barrett 50 cal? No. Nope. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right.
Rob, you have? Rob, have you fired one?
No, because he's talking about the ones that'll take down the helicopter.
I'm talking about the ones you can shoot, 2 miles away, you can still hit your target.
Yes.
That's sniper type stuff.
Yeah, no, those joints that will legitimately take down a helicopter. But no, I actually am looking for to getting a 50 BMG. So that's gonna be one of my next things. I'm getting a 50 BMG. And also I'm getting this mini cannon.
Oh wow. Wow. How many guns you got, man?
Let's see. I probably got as many guns as my little brother got shoes. So
probably on the
lines of like 40 or 50. I have like, let's see, about 10 Smith & Wessons. I got like 3 or 4 Rugers. I got a couple 1911s. I got like 10 AR-15s, 2 AKs, couple pistol grip shotguns, and yeah, and then I'm looking into getting that 50 BMG. Oh, and then I also just put on layaway this Magnum Research 357 Magnum pistol grip. I mean, instead of being a usual revolver, this one is a pistol.
Wow. Where did you get all this knowledge about guns? It came from your dad?
Huh?
Did that come from your dad, this knowledge about guns?
No, actually, you know what? And it's kind of crazy too. Like, my dad didn't actually introduce us into firearms for real. It was, I'll say, really, it wasn't anybody besides the fact that I've seen too many of my friends die. Just being completely honest, my parents one time to tell me, and this was on our way back from after my brother had won Mr. Basketball, because we were having a serious conversation just about the things that we've had to overcome, being young and black in our community, and just being my dad's from Grand Rapids, so me and my brother, we've always been back and forth because we got a large community that supports us in Grand Rapids as well. So shout out to Grand Rapids too. But like between, I think I've lost probably about 25 to 30 friends.
Wow, man.
Been there, like, I remember one summer it was like back to back. I don't want to say, it was probably like 2 months straight of going, like, straight weekends of just going to funerals. Like, I would come in the house, change clothes and stuff, and then my mom would be like, "Where you finna go?" "I got a funeral to go to." "Who died?" "One of my friends, he got shot." Next week, another funeral I'm going to. "Who died?" "One of my friends that got shot." Who next situation? One of my best friends get shot. Next situation. It was just like continuous. So yeah, once you get to those type of parts, you just kind of want to make sure that people are acclimated and understand the real disparities that happen when you have a firearm and you don't know what you're doing with it, and how much it affects people, how deep that chain reaction is. So yeah, that was just more so just losing a lot of friends, man. Losing a lot of friends.
Thanks, man. Well, we proud of you. Anything else you want to say to Muskegon before we go?
One, I want to say thank you to Muskegon for the level of support, and just always having our back, the whole thrower family. Also want to shout out just my whole neighborhood. I am from the Wood Street neighborhood, so I'm from Amity Ave. Everybody knows me from being from that area and everything, so that's big in my heart. But I also want to shout out the Heights as well, because they did a big part in helping me develop as a man. So I appreciate Muskegon Heights, Grand Rapids. I just want to make sure that I do and make all my people proud of me. And I'm gonna keep doing everything that I can to make sure that I build this up, so that way all my black people, everybody that's just within the city of Muskegon can feel comfortable learning some type of form of education in firearms.
We want to do something special before we go. You said how much it costs? $160?
$160 with the gun rental. Yes, sir.
Okay, so we want to sponsor one person. The first person go to our Facebook page and go on that Facebook page and say, I want to take the CPL class. We're going to sponsor that, pay for them, and let's get a train reaction. Let me know, and I'll forward you the information and cash app you the money. So.
Hey man, I appreciate that love, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. You make me.
Hey, that's what we do, man. We gotta take care of each other. So that'll help you. That'll help somebody become legal, and and hopefully they'll help somebody else.
Emotional walls, y'all. Emotional walls.
All right, brother. Much love, man. Much love.
Much love, man. Power to my people.
All right. We talk.